How's it going? My name is William, and this is my so-called life. My so-called life is sponsored by... So this definitely was an exciting week here in the House of Sewing. I had intentions on making a Jnco tutorial, a how-to on how to make Jnco jeans. I had all my footage, I had everything ready, and then the files got erased. But it doesn't matter because I still have a beautiful pair of pants. So I'm going to show you the Jncos that I made. And also I made a beautiful furry coat that absolutely shines. And I have a few questions about fabric. So like I always say, instead of talking about it, let's go check it out.
They're just touching Touchtronic memory machines.
Incredible.
I'm Polly Bergen. Only Singer makes machines this easy to use. Touch. The memory remembers your stitch pattern instantly. Touchtronic speed control remembers to adjust your fabric thickness.
What about basting?
Touch. Great. You can forget about your sewing machine and concentrate on sewing. The Touchtronic memory machine family. Come take a test, Touch. 100 million people sew easier with Singer.
This is my 1975 Husqvarna Viking. I purchased this at the San Fernando Valley SWAT meet and I completely scored. For weeks upon weeks I would walk past this machine and the vendor wanted $80. There was no way that I was going to pay that much money for a machine that I already had. But looking back, I didn't have all the accessories or the cord, but when I walked up to the vendor, it was a different person. And I asked him, hey, how much for this sewing machine? The guy kind of looked at it, he opened the case, he looked at it, and he said, $20. Needless to say, I handed him the 20 and took that machine and walked away laughing. This is an absolute score because it came with everything. The case, the table. It's rare when you get something that's refurbished or you buy something from a thrift store or a SWAT meet that it comes in this perfect condition. All I had to do was add a little bit of oil and this machine was ready to go. But like I always say, instead of talking about it, let's go check it out. All right. So, moment of truth. We're going to find out if this machine works or if it needs to go back to the shipyards. You know, Husqvarna Vikings are solid machines, so... Oh... Do you know, it's funny, this is a precision machine. All I did was add oil. This machine probably sat outside for months and months, and it still throws down the perfect stitch. You know what? I'm definitely going to call this one a victory here in the House of Sewing because this Husqvarna Viking is absolutely solid. So, like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing. So there I was, minding my own business, and my computer decided to do whatever it was gonna do. I lost files of my tutorial of how to make Jnco jeans. I've made all kinds of jeans over the years, like hammer pants, harem pants, cargo pants, shorts, bell bottoms, but I absolutely love making Jncos. I was gonna do another tutorial, but the files got erased, so there was nothing I can do. I still have an amazing pair of pants, and I'm gonna go back and probably make another pair because the dark denim look is amazing. I threw my coat on because the combo goes together like peas and carrots. This is something that I instantly fell in love with. I've made quite a few pairs of Jncos. I've made light ones with all kinds of designs, but this uniform color is absolutely perfect. So I'm definitely going to call this a victory here in the House of Sewing. And like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing. So it is no secret that I live in a fabric store or own the equivalent of a fabric store. Recently, I purchased quite a few things that I kind of need your help with. This is something that I got at the San Fernando Valley SWAT meet, and it was in the drape pile, but this reminds me of my grandmother's couch in the 70s, or everyone's grandmother's couch in the 70s. This is almost like a woven material. I call it fake wool just because of the way it feels. I was going to make something with this, but I'm kind of saving this because this is one of a kind. So let me know in the comments what you think I should make with this. I'm excited. This is going to look great in my my collection of drape, sweatshirts, sweaters, and everything else that I've made. This is denim. I was thinking about making overalls. I've made quite a few pairs. I was thinking about making coveralls because I do not have a pair of denim coveralls. But let me know what you think. This is what I call real denim. I've been searching all over Los Angeles for denim at an affordable price, and it's harder than you think because people want. If you look like you want something, all of a sudden the price goes sky high. So I found a vendor that sells me denim at a really reasonable price, and I've gone a little bit crazy. This is a little bit darker than the denim I've purchased recently, so let me know. I was thinking like a full leisure suit or, just something awesome. These are drapes. Again, I found this from a vendor in the San Fernando Valley, and I find this in giant piles. And it's funny because I purchased this and another I don't even know what to call it at this point. I don't know if you call it drapes or what you call it, but these are definitely drapes. This reminds me of every hotel that you've been to. This is the Holiday Inn, the Standard Hotel in downtown LA. Whatever you could think of, I have seen these bubbles everywhere. So I'm kind of stoked because I'm going to make something out of this. And I've made a million hoodies, sweatshirts, shirts. So I think I should make pants with this. But let me know in the comments. So lately, I have been on the search for furry material. I've purchased every color you could possibly think of. And as you can see, I made a beautiful coat just last week. I have been on the search for what I call Wookiee material. It looks like Chewie's fur from Star Wars, but it's something that I am searching high and low for. It started downtown because I felt challenged because the first vendor I found wanted $75 a yard, and I thought that was crazy. Because I see people with furry material everywhere, and there's no way that they're paying $75 a yard. So I have searched and searched. Recently, I went to Joann's, and they wanted $50 a yard. Joann's is going out of business and they still want $50 a yard for this material. So I thought that was absolutely crazy. Today, I kind of got an idea during my son's MMA class. I dropped him off and I was like, I haven't been to Hobby Lobby in a long time. And I know, but Hobby Lobby always has sales, and I knew that they may or may not have this material, and they did, and they had it for a reasonable price. I paid I paid a reasonable price for this material, and I am absolutely stoked. I have been looking for this for months and months and months. And you know what's funny? I always ask, what should I make? What should I make? With this, I already know what I'm going to make. I already have the picture of it in my head. I am completely stoked about this because this is something that I want to work with. So this coat is going to look amazing when I make it. But it took a while to find this material at a reasonable price because for as much as I buy fabric, I try not to get ripped off. And if you do not pay attention, you could easily pay some insane price for something that you could probably get at Walmart. Or you could go somewhere like Joann's or Hobby Lobby when they have sales, because they always have sales. So, like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing.
Get the most fun out of life, out of being a mother and wife, with new fashion excitement that's all created by you. On your new Touch and Sew
Sewing machine by Singer.
Touch and Sew.
Another first from Singer.
Be the girl with the golden touch on your new Singer Golden Touch and Sew machine. Dozens of exclusive features, like this new built-in needle threader for the golden slant needle and the push-button bobbin that winds right in the machine. What a wonderful new feeling. You can do all three kinds of sewing: straight, zigzag, and chain stitch.
Touch and Sew, the push-button bobbin way.
Come sew on one at your Singer Center. Choose from 5 Touch and Sew models from $149.95.
What's new for tomorrow
Is at Singer today.
For somebody who lives in the desert, I absolutely love making coats. A year or two ago, I discovered the Furry material. I absolutely fell in love. I can't remember if the Elmo coat was first or if the white furry coat was first, but I absolutely fell in love with the look. And as I made each coat, I was graduating and getting better and better. So this coat is absolute perfection. I once again want to thank Pam for telling me that I could use my serger, because I didn't know if the serger could take the furry material, and it absolutely can. It lined my seams up perfect. It lined everything up perfect. I love how this coat came out, and I talk about this all the time. If you're having a bad day, if there's something going on in your life, if you're not having a bad day, make something goofy and it will brighten up your life. I dress like I'm going to a funeral procession every day. I've been on a mission to add color to my life, and this coat is just another beautiful addition to the fleet here in the House of Sewing. So, like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing. So let me know what you think I should do with the fabric, and if you've made it this far, I absolutely thank you. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time.